Good afternoon, YouTube. It's your man George Page, All the Rage, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, last night, Joe Biden has officially accepted the Democratic nomination for president. And the day before that, Kamala Harris accepted the nomination for vice president. Now, originally, I was one of the people that did support Joe, but a lot of stuff came out about him that really kind of made me not be a very big supporter. And my idea was that he should have taken the nomination, back in 2016, because history has often shown when you have a successful president, his vice president usually, oh, excuse me, sorry, his vice president usually, gets the next term. It's just like you've seen it with Reagan. Reagan, even though he was a trash president, George Bush became president after him. Um, you know, Look at what happened with LBJ. But with him, JFK got killed, and with Gerald Ford, we know what happened with Nixon. But quite often enough, if you have a strong, Al Gore was cheated for one point, but if you have someone who had a successful president, and there's a good chance that he might be the next president. But we're keeping our fingers crossed on this. Both the candidates, as president and vice president, have a sketchy history. As we all know, Joe Biden, there's some underlying racism he has, but there's a possibility that he can reform some of his ideals and maybe even, make some changes. As he was picked by Obama. Actually, more or less, people said pretty much pushed Obama on Joe, but that's a decision he made. But Joe, as I've seen him before, he is a fighter and he has the skills. But there's some issues here and there, especially if you catch it, he can be a bit angry, but not compared to the dumbass in chief current right now. Now Kamala Harris, as you know, her past is not as squeaky clean. When she was a prosecutor, she sentenced many people, especially black people, to prison, and some of them were innocent. But as you know, the system is kind of, doesn't work fairly, especially if you can't afford lawyers, especially if you get like a public defender. And most of the time, his job is just to try to do the best he can with what he got. And generally, most of the time, they don't do that much work as hard if you buy your own lawyer. And then also during the time when she was state attorney general for California, the current head of the Fed, Steve Mnuchin, who owned banks, she let go. She didn't put him to prison. But the fact is, right now, America, we cannot live 4 more years under Donald Trump. Now, I could probably survive. Many else could survive under Trump, but I think the country as a whole cannot survive under this man's and his stupidity, his ignorance, and his just tomfoolery. Now, for now, these are our candidates. These are the people that can probably, if given the right material, can save America. You have to realize something, folks. No matter what, wherever you put in office, it's up to us, to the people. We're the ones. It's our voices. We're the ones who pay taxes. We're the ones who are out here working. We're struggling. And this is one point I'll put out. Never trust a man who never had to struggle, who never had to see hardships, whose daddy gave him his first $1 million, who pretty much bought and cheated and stole and robbed and lied and did whatever he could to get what he wanted, and who's also pretty much a racist. Like I said, even some racists have reformed in their past. If you remember the late governor of Alabama, George Wallace, after he got shot in the back, he reformed his policies on racism. Take getting shot in the back and paralyzed to realize that hating people of different races is not a good thing. So for the sake of our country and for the sake of ourselves, let's hope for the best wishes for future President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. God bless America, wherever form it is in. This is me, George Page, All the Rage. Like, don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out.